how to create a Windows 10 installation media USB for free. The first thing you need to do is open up your browser and then navigate to the following URL address: https://www.microsoft.com/en-us/software-download/Windows 10. Once you're here, you'll be taken to the Microsoft Software Download section, specifically to download Windows 10. What you need to do now is scroll down until you see where it says Create Windows 10 Installation Media, as this is what we're going to be creating in this video tutorial. So as you can see, it says to get started you will first need to have a license to install Windows 10. You can then download and run the media creation tool. For more information on how to use the tool, see the below instructions. So you have all the instructions here on how to create a Windows 10 installation media. Now I know it says you first need to have a license to install Windows 10, however you can in fact create a Windows 10 installation media USB, also known as a bootable USB, first and then purchase a license, also known as a product key for Windows 10. I'll put a couple of links down below in the video description and most likely in a pinned comment on how to purchase a genuine product key of Windows 10. So the first thing we need to do is hit this big blue button here which says download tool now. So I'm just going to left click on this and the media creation tool.exe will begin downloading. So I'll be back with you once this download has been completed. Alright guys, as you can see the media creation tool.exe has finally downloaded. So I'm just going to navigate down to the bottom left hand corner here and left click on this arrow and then left click on show in folder. And as you can see, it's currently in my downloads folder. Now before we run the media creation tool, we actually need to plug in an empty USB stick. This USB stick has to be a minimum of 8 GB for us to create a Windows 10 bootable USB flash drive. So just give me a moment now, I'm just going to plug in my USB stick. And as you can see guys, the USB stick immediately connects, and as you can see it's in drive E currently and it's called WebSplainer. This USB flash drive is currently empty. You need to make sure that the USB flash drive that you're going to be using to create an installation media is completely empty. I'm just going to prove that to you that this current USB stick is actually empty. So I'm just going to left click on this PC and as you can see 7.5 GB is free of 7.45 GB. Once we have our USB stick, now we can actually run the media creation tool. So I'm just going to go back to my downloads folder here and locate the media creation tool. Once you've found the media creation tool, just double click on it to start the program. So as you can see, the media creation tool has just begun and it says getting a few things ready. Alright guys, the first thing you're greeted with is applicable notices and license terms, which in essence is the Microsoft software license terms for the Microsoft media creation tool. You can go through all this if you would like. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to scroll all the way through it, and then as you can see at the bottom right hand corner you have the option to decline or accept. I'm going to hit accept. Next, the Windows 10 setup will ask you what do you want to do. Upgrade this PC now or create installation media, USB flash drive, DVD or ISO file for another PC. In this video we're creating an installation media USB flash drive. So I'm just going to select the second option here and then all you need to do is navigate to the bottom right hand corner and left click on next. Next you need to select the language, architecture and edition. Please select from one of the available options to continue. And if we look to the bottom left hand corner here, you can see that it's checkmarked use the recommended options for this PC. We're going to uncheckmark this and we're going to customize the language, edition and architecture. Currently the language is set to English United States. However, if you'd like another language, you could just simply left click on this arrow here and then select your preferred language. As for the edition, the only option is Windows 10, the latest version of Windows, and the architecture you have the option between 64-bit, 32-bit or both. Now if you are creating an installation media that will contain both architectures, you're going to need a USB stick greater than 8 GB in size. However, if you're picking one of the architectures such as 32-bit only or 64-bit only, then an 8 GB USB flash drive should be sufficient to create a bootable USB flash drive. Of course, as you saw at the start of the video, I'm currently using an 8 GB USB stick, so therefore I can only install one type of architecture and we're going to be going with the 64-bit. Most likely you'll also want this version too. Once you've selected your language, edition and architecture, hit next. Once you've hit next, choose which media to use. If you want to install Windows 10 on another partition, you need to create and then run the media to install it. So as you can see, you have two options here. The first option is USB flash drive. It needs to be at least 8 GB in size. And the second option is ISO file. You'll need to burn the ISO file to a DVD later. Of course, for this video, we're going to be creating a bootable USB flash drive for Windows 10. And as you can see, that's already pre-selected for us here. If it's not selected for you, just select it here by left-clicking on this circle. Once you've done that, hit Next. You'll now need to select a USB flash drive. The files on your USB flash drive will be deleted. To keep these files, back them up now to another save location. If the USB flash drive that you have plugged in earlier is not showing up in this list of removable drives, then left-click on Refresh Drive List. As you can see, only one USB flash drive is showing up for me, and that is the removable drive WebSplainer in partition E. Find your USB drive in question and then left-click on it to select it. Once you've done that, left-click on Next. And as you can see, Windows 10 setup is getting a few things ready and it will immediately begin. So as you can see, it says downloading Windows 10. Feel free to keep using your PC. Progress 0%. Alright guys, I'm going to be cutting the video here while Windows 10 is being downloaded onto our selected USB flash drive. The speed at which this downloads is dependent on your internet connection. It can be therefore fast or slow. Once the progress reaches 100%, your Windows 10 installation media USB flash drive will have been successfully created. Alright guys, I'm going to cut the video now and I'll be back with you once this hits 100%. Alright guys, I'm back. And as you can see, our Windows 10 installation media USB is now ready for use. And if we look to the top here, it says your USB flash drive is ready. And of course, our USB flash drive was in partition E. All we need to do now is navigate to the bottom right hand corner here and hit finish. And now I'm just going to navigate to this PC just to show you that the installation media USB does in fact contain Windows 10. So if you look at partition E called ESD-USB, you can see that it has 2.89 gigabytes free of 7.45 GB. This is the amount of space that will be left over in an 8 GB USB after downloading the 64-bit version of Windows 10 onto your USB. And if I just double click on it here, I can just briefly show you the installation media and USB contents. And yeah guys, everything looks exactly like it's meant to be, and that pretty much concludes the video on how to create a Windows 10 installation media USB completely for free. You are now ready to plug in this bootable flash drive into a brand new device to install the 64-bit version of Windows 10. If you enjoyed this video guys, be sure to give it a like, comment down below, and most importantly of all, subscribe to support the channel. I'll see you on the next video.